Getting forward again. Now in a train. Something which would have been easily done at the one episode of the original is now taking much more. But I don't complain. Gives me much better understanding of the world of Final Fantasy VII. Makes it much more live. And in a sense much more ambiguous. Lots of people. And fashion actually is something like a contemporary modern fashion. Maybe even a bit older, as there doesn't appear to be any kind of so much of cell phones and anything like that. Yeah, what?
I can't stop thinking about it. The bomb I made shouldn't have produced an explosion that big. It doesn't make any sense.
The explosion triggered a reaction with the Mako. You said so yourself.
That was my first guess, but shouldn't the reactor have fail-safes to prevent that kind of thing? You mentioned invisible enemies back there, right?
Right.
No. I'm just looking for excuses for something that was clearly my own fault. Gotta own up to it if I'm gonna learn from this and move on. Thanks, Cloud. You're a good listener.
Maybe some grounders did it as payback?
Don't be stupid.
Yeah, the slums need power too.
But seeing that the biggest industrial disaster
go so far as to bomb a reactor.
They've yet to announce it publicly, but I heard it was Avalanche's doing.
That's a middleman.
Really?
Yeah.
Aren't they the terrorists who tried to kill the president?
Is there nothing they won't do?
Just corporate suits.
Talking out your ass. Everyone knows Avalanche only cares about saving the planet.
Don't just bloody blurt out your identity.
Just who do you think you are?
A law-abiding concerned citizen.
Law-abiding? Really?
Shh.
Don't antagonize him. In my humble opinion, that explosion was a message. A message to the bastards bleeding our planet dry. Think they got it? Heard it loud and clear? Y'all's masters?
We will not submit to intimidation or violence, but work together for peace and prosperity. That is how civilized people change the world.
That's right.
In a sense, he actually is completely right. Even though he's just a middleman and mostly... So yeah, and besides Barrett is one of those people who might be just loyal by nature.
It's what we believe. We all have to follow our conscience, don't we?
Yeah. Big bosses might be corrupt as shit, but the little bosses appear to be actually quite smart and human.
Time for a little nap.
Man, this train is slower than molasses, am I right? You hear that suit? Shinra creed my ass.
But I am certain he hit to a spot, and there's some guy sleeping.
Let's get this out of the way. Personally, I find visual aids make the dull stuff a lot more bearable. If it helps, think of it as an initiation rite.
How many times do I have to tell you people? I'm not...
There's such a thing as playing too hard to get. So, here we've got a wireframe model of the great city of Midgar, complete with massive steel plates suspended 300 meters above ground level, atop which stands a shining beacon of civilization. The whole system is sustained by the Mako reactors, which feed the insatiable appetites of the public.
The train will be passing through an ID checkpoint shortly.
This here is the train's route. As you can see, it'll take us around this main pillar. Look, we're about halfway through it now. They've set up a checkpoint here to scan the IDs of all passengers heading in and out. Date of birth, residential status, criminal history, all that and more is automatically cross-referenced in their databases. Public security wouldn't have it any other way. Heads up. little faith. Won't be long till we reach the bottom. Relax.
Take a good look. It's because of that great big pizza in the sky that people down there gotta struggle to survive. Shinra sucks up Mako while the soil turns to dust, the air fills with smog, and the flowers die.
Then leave and don't look back. That's what's always worked for me.
Well, that's all well and good. If you're only out for yourself. But the folks down there don't have the luxury of choice, you know?
Well, when a guy who usually wears sunglasses takes them off, it's something important.
Like this train, I suppose. There's only one way it can go.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And actually this ends this episode right here, but I think just because, hey, this is already taking... This is just so good that it's mentally exhausting to me, so I'm gonna end this episode right here. It might have been a bit shorter, but I still do end it. Actually, not yet. Oh, they got this kind of little chapter-based progress session of this, which is not bad by itself, but I'm certain there will be some sort of phase where you can start to... well, I know they have to do it something that you can make it so that you can walk around a lot better and see much more freely.
Hot damn, we are good!
Yes!
About 300 meters.
Members lost 0. And one step closer to a brighter future.
Hell yeah!
Guys! Lower your voices, huh? People are listening.
Oh, right.
Now get some R&R. You've earned it. Just be ready for the next mission, all right? See you soon. At 7th Heaven. You know, where Tifa works. Don't keep her waiting. She'll worry.
Oh.
Are you sure you haven't seen my husband?
How are people here taking the news?
It's got a lot of them worried.
I'm going on a
Damn, this place is... It's just so gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's much more lively, because these locations, I know these. I almost know these by my heart. But they are just so completely... They are new. They made completely new. This place is absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, but if I remember right, the original first game said that their plate is 50 meters above the ground, not 300. So they made it 6 times as big that way. Mostly because it probably would have looked quite stifling, make it so. And of course, knowing that this place does have, so yeah, they made it very, very impressive.
What kind of person bombs a reactor?
And there's just so this place is just so much more real, more populated, more.
So good because of the reactor. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was completely insane.
Oh, but maybe I do have to do some switch about the change about how the.
It's like a giant candle lighting up the whole sky.
All that debris piled up like mountains. You couldn't go nowhere.
Oh yeah. That's a weird looking guy.
Mako is the lifeblood of the planet? Yeah, the hell it is. Goddamn eco-warriors with their dumbass posters. I tear them down and they're back up inside of an hour. Like I've got nothing better to do.
Yep, not everybody
Look at all that
appreciates that.
steelwork. You trying to tell me that's not progress? What the? You okay, buddy? Mako junkie, huh? Figures.
But what the hell are these? Are these some kind of train graveyard ghosts or something? Or are they some sort of it might be feel more like some kind of hallucination created by the I am doing some forward references about that they might be in a sense be hallucination caused by the Genova cells of so I wonder is this the well that's a yeah, the texts are still mostly Japanese, at least in these.
Warning. Gate broken. Fiends in area. Exercise caution. No reason to check it out. Not my problem.
You don't want to mess with the monsters in here. Move along now.
Yeah, my local security guard carrying some sort of AK/shotgun gun. And there's Shinra troopers. They most likely are just doing their jobs.
Excuse me? Due to an emergency, entry into this area is prohibited. Sorry for the inconvenience.
You call that a warning?
No, sir!
That kind of little scene with the security guards talking like that, it just makes this game much more morally ambiguous, because it's not just a faceless blob of some sort of evil organization with endless supply of henchmen. You actually see what kind of persons those henchmen are. They are most likely not evil people by nature. Most likely not evil people at all. Yeah, but there's the...
Wait, this is real? It's not a movie?
How long's it gonna keep burning?
What do you know? That ain't happening.
Oh yeah, motorcycle.
Monkey out of you yet.
Thanks. I've always dreamed of opening up my own shop, so I can look at
There it is, 7th heaven. But it's time to actually end this episode right here. This canned food and all that. Because in the next episode it's time to see... Actually no, it's now. Marlene and Tifa.
Marlene?
But why she has red eyes?
Daddy, you're home!
That's right, Angel, I am. Have you been a good girl?
Yeah, I've been helping Tifa.
Oh, you did you? Well, well.
You made it.
It's something
Where
like
did
a...
you get that? I can't remember the last time I saw a real one. Huh? How sweet.
Yeah,
When
she
did you
has
get
red
so
eye.
thoughtful?
Guy can change. Has been 5 years.
Huh?
I need to talk to Barrett.
Right. Come on in.
Yeah, and she's quite shapely.
Daddy, the Mako
But she's wearing those little stanky stockings which don't make... well, you're seeing that she is a walking piece of fetish view, having long legs and a big rack. That's a quite crude word, actually.
Yeah, your money. Ask Tifa. She takes care of all that.
Yeah, but this actually, some of them feels very cozy.
Do you mind keeping Marlene company until I'm done with this?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Marlene.
Hey! The hell you think you're doing, scaring my daughter like that?
Daddy says never talk to strangers.
That's right, honey, I do say that. What a good girl you are remembering Daddy's lessons. You know what else good girls do? They go to bed on time. Come on.
But I'm not tired. I want to talk some more, Daddy.
There's...
All right, but just this once.
That is also...
So then, what can I get you?
My money. I'm still waiting on it.
But I still wonder where in hell how in hell does Cloudkeeper's sword? Is it some sort of magnetic belt system that activates that when he swings that sword to some sort of holster or rack in his back, it activates with electromagnets and keeps it in place? Knowing that the level of technology in this world, it might be plausible. They have cars and they have internal combustion engines and electricity and steelwork, so why in hell they couldn't have electromagnets in as
There's an empty apartment in a place
like some
just
sort of
down the road.
holsterings?
It's nothing fancy, but I was thinking you could stay there for now. The landlady's a big friend of the cause, so you wouldn't even have to pay rent. Sound good?
Sure does. Thanks.
Follow me then.
Yeah.
How was it up on the plate?
It was chaotic.
Sorry for dragging you into all this. It was wrong of me to put you in danger like that.
Oh, she's
I promise
beauty.
I won't do it again.
Dangerous part of the job. Don't worry about me.
But at least that ridiculous shortness of skirt. It might be some sort of it's something like a trend in Final Fantasies, and of course, knowing that she should be quite much of a good kicker.
Maybe not enough for them.
Damn those legs.
You had me worried. You're not exactly a people person.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, walking source of fetishes.
On the news. It was like a war zone.
The news is just another Shinra mouthpiece. They'll spread whatever lies Shinra tells them to.
One of my friends said
So
they saw it burning.
It wasn't that bad?
Reactors were
It
safe.
was.
So at that time they were not lying. But this place is just
And
this
here
game
we are. Good old Stargazer
it
Heights.
already looked
You're
when
on the
it
second
came
floor.
out, it was dazzlingly beautiful. And they managed to
Room 201
recapture
here is where I
that.
sleep. Don't have time for much else, what with Seventh Heaven and all. Not even time to decorate.
They just. So this must be.
Here's your room, 202. Don't worry, I already told the landlady about you.
You did?
Oh yeah, earrings also seem to be
Yes?
quite common form of ornament.
I mean, I told her I had a friend looking for a place to stay. Was that too much?
No. It's fine. And this?
That one's, know what? It's getting late. I'll introduce you tomorrow.
It's probably something weird, or maybe not. But getting to this place to sleep is actually something. Oh,
It's a little bare, but should be enough to get you through the night. If you want anything else, we can always
There
get
is
it.
one thing. My money. You guys owe me 2,000, remember?
I do. And we'd love to settle up, especially since this was your first job for us, but
That's it?
sorry. We spent the rest preparing for the mission. That
Oh,
really is it.
bugger.
But not for long. I'm collecting money for filters tomorrow, so I can pay you after.
And you're sure about that?
Of
You got
course,
scammed.
as long as you help, that is. Wait, then I'd have to pay you for that too. Never mind.
No, 2,000's enough. That's what we agreed on, so that'll be the price. With what you gave me, that leaves 1,500.
You're the best. I'll see you bright and early at the bar then.
I would have said
Thanks
that
again
something
for
like a
everything.
1,500
Sleep tight.
and 20 for 1% delay fee or something like that. Just because out of principle. Oh yeah, he's wearing some sort of baggy denim and wool shirt. You're fast.
Guess it's time for introductions.
But I think it's actually time to end this episode right here, so it's next time when I see there, and I could just start blasting through this game all the time, but I have to worry about recordings and all that, so it's a tough thing to do. See you next time. See ya.